Hi, my name's Chris Kearns and I'm the Regional Manager for Altis Consulting UK. I'm pleased to be joined today by Ian Stuart and Tony Evans, authors of our newest Power BI training course titled Power BI Data Modeling. Ian and Tony are Power BI experts. They're data and analytics consultants here at Altis UK, and there's not much they don't know about Power BI. They're here today to join me in chatting about our Power BI data modeling course. And Ian, I'd like to start with you, please, and ask to describe what our Power BI data modeling course is about and why we have developed it.
Thanks, Chris, and hi, everybody. So Power BI data modeling is about how we best arrange our data for report writing and analysis. It's based upon industry best practice, otherwise known as dimensional modeling, but it also focuses on some Power BI specific modeling techniques. We created this course because we were delivering another training course called Power BI Data Wrangling, which shows people how to build a best practice data model in Power Query. And what we found was that some of the students that attended that course didn't understand why they had to model the data in such a manner. So this training focuses on two things: why we need to model our data according to industry best practices and what happens when we don't do that. And once we understand that, we can then look at how we go about designing a best practice data model that is performant, understandable, flexible, and accurate.
Great, that's super clear. Thanks, Ian. And I just want to point out that we still do teach our Power BI data wrangling course, and this Power BI data modeling course is a great prerequisite for that. Tony, who is our Power BI data modeling course best suited for?
Well, Chris, firstly, anybody who's attended Power BI Dashboard in a Day and wants to understand more how to build a robust and well-designed data model will benefit hugely from attending the course. Also, if you're experienced working with Power BI, but you've never had any formal training and your data models have evolved over time. And thirdly, you may have had formal data modeling training and understand dimensional modeling principles, but not in a Power BI setting. So this course will bridge the gap for you. But really, anybody, if you found you're struggling creating really complicated DAX formulas and sometimes to answer what should be simple questions out of your data, or you find your data models are performing badly, then you will learn on this course why and how best to design a data model that will make your life so much simpler.
Right. So if someone's finding that they're having to create really complex DAX to answer a simple question, or they've got a really poor performing data model, those might be early warning signs that perhaps they need to concentrate on learning some more skills on the Power BI data modeling side of the fence.
Exactly, Chris. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Ian, what's the structure of the training day?
We have 5 sections, which I'll run through shortly. Each section is approached in the same manner: explanation, demonstration, and imitation in the form of an exercise for the students. So the sections are firstly an introduction, where we give the background on dimensional modeling, where it's come from and what are the benefits of doing it. And at the end of that section, we present our students with a typical layperson's data model, and we ask them to answer some very simple questions on that data, as Tony was outlining earlier. We find that they struggle to answer those questions, and that lays the foundation of why we need to model our data according to best practices. So the next section is a data modeling overview, where it's come from, why we do it, before we then go and talk about the building blocks of dimensional modeling in the next section: grain, cardinality, relationships, and star schemas. We then have a further section on dimension types and model variations, before we get into our final section on further and more advanced modeling considerations. As I said, each section has a hands-on exercise, and each exercise builds on the previous one, so that at the end of the day, we have a fully worked design book that we can refer to and apply the same principles to our own data in our own businesses.
Great. Sounds like a very thorough and full day, and bonus that the students get to take away a worked template that they can then apply in their own organizations for their Power BI data modeling needs. Thanks. And Tony, finally, what would you hope are the main takeaways that students would learn from the day?
Well, the key thing is understanding the importance of good data modeling, particularly in the Power BI report building setting. So you will also have an understanding of the dimensional modeling theory, but in a very practical way. Again, it's all applied back to Power BI. And yes, as Ian said, you've actually got something to go away. At the end of the day, you have an Excel workbook you can go and use and reuse for your own data models, not only to help you design the model, but also it will act as documentation for your data model as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Tony and Ian, for your time. And for anyone watching that would like to learn more, I certainly welcome a conversation to learn about your organization's training needs or your individual training needs. And I'd just like to say that all of our training courses we can deliver publicly. We do deliver publicly via our scheduled public training, and the dates for those are available on our website. Equally, we can deliver all of our training courses privately, directly to your organization for groups of up to 15 people at a time. So if you'd like to learn anything more about our Power BI data modeling course or any of the other courses that we have on offer, and I'll include an image for that on the screen, please feel free to get in touch with me. And thanks very much for watching.